I'm here in Cornwall and it's blustery, but at least the rain is holding off for now. Beautiful place I'm in, called Rock. Just across the way there, across the estuary, is Padstow, where you'll find Rick Stein and all his businesses, and also a couple of places owned by the guy who owns this place behind me. This is The Mariners by Paul Ainsworth. You'll know Paul from TV shows. He's done all the sort of Great British Menu kind of stuff. Regular guest on all sorts of Saturday morning cooking shows, and Michelin starred chef over at number 6 in Padstow. Now, I've reviewed his Cafe Rojano over there before, and I was very, very impressed. Kind of Italian-inspired small plates, and it was delicious. I've heard good things about the Mariners. This is kind of elevated pub grub, gastro pub plus, and they've got something on the menu which I think is right up my strasse. So let's get inside, get a beer, and get some good pub grub in me. Come on, folks. So, folks, in and seated, and probably one of the friendliest greetings I've had anywhere. The Italian kind of maitre d', very, very amusing, very, very welcoming. And a lovely seat. I'm right by the window, looking out over the estuary. Absolutely stunning view from here. Not so much for the camera person who's moaning the sun is in her eyes, but it'll go behind a cloud before long, don't worry about that. A couple of menus here. This is the regular main menu, all sorts of sort of pub classic kind of things on here. You've got, oh, there's a Scotch egg as a small plate. I think we'll probably go with that. Things like rarebit on toast, some squid, that sort of thing. Fish and chips, curries, burgers, but presumably all elevated up a notch. The one thing that's really caught my eye, though, the Mariners Ploughmans. Oh, you guys know I love a Ploughmans. I think the best Ploughmans I ever had was at the Cornish Arms in Tavistock last year. It was stunning. Sort of, again, an elevated version of a Ploughmans. This sounds right up my strasse. Tamworth ham, Cornish vintage cheddar, Stilton, balsamic pickled onions, piccalilli. Oh, it's got Scotch egg on it, so maybe we won't get the Scotch egg as a small plate. Pick something else. Garden salad, warm sourdough baguette, and salted butter. It is £24, mind, which is top end for a Ploughman's, I think you'd agree. But it sounds incredible. You're going to have to think of something else as a small plate, though. You'll have to come back to me on that. They got tie-in with the local brewery. I don't think it's an official thing. I think they just like to support them as a local supplier. So that's the Sharps Brewery, which is just down the road here in Rock. They make Doom Bar, which is one of my favourite beers, but they've got a couple of other good ones. And I'm going to go for something called the Twin Coast, which is a pale ale. Sounds all right, nice and light. Okay, decision made, folks. Not going for the Scotch egg, because we've already got one coming. Gone for the half a pint of crispy salt and pepper squid served with a Mary Rose sauce. Sounds rather nice, kind of nice picky food to go with the beer. Smells all right. Oh, nice and light too. And actually with pretty good flavour. It's only 3.9%. And I do find a lot of beers of that kind of strength, 4% and below, a bit wishy-washy, but that tastes pretty good. Gotta say, I love this room as well. Really nicely decorated. What I like is it still feels like a pub. Yeah, it's smart inside. The tables are nicely decorated, the walls are nicely decorated, but you've still got the bar there with all the hand pumps on and stuff. It just feels like a nice pub. Right, folks, our lunch has been delivered. Here is the half pint of crispy squid, and blimey, it does look crispy. Come and have a look at that. That looks rather good, doesn't it? With a Mary Rose sauce there, and a bit of lemon to squeeze over the top. And I got the Ploughmans here. We'll look at that in some detail in a minute. I'm just going to try a little bit of this squid, and then we're going to pass that over to be eaten over the other side of the table. So like I say, it feels crispy on the outside, nice and soft inside. We'll dip into this Mary Rose sauce, prawn sauce as we call it in our house. The squid is not chewy at all, it's really nice and soft. The coating to it is crisp, but it's a very, very thin, fine crisp. Almost like it's just been dusted in some flour or something. I can see you. Right, just one little tiny bit more. Camera person is beckoning me to pass it over. So I will, because I'm nice like that. That's really good though. Squid, very successful, very, very tasty. Just got a nice little peppery taste as well. Really like it. Anyway, cleanse the palate. And we're moving on to this Ploughmans. It looks beautiful. We have the Scotch egg here, and I think you need to come in and take a little look at that Scotch egg. Look at that lovely jammy yolk. The sausage meat has got a nice sheen to it. It's obviously nice and soft and juicy, and quite a thin crumb round the outside. Looks beautifully made. I'm assuming that's exactly the same Scotch egg that you get on the starter. That's a tenner by itself with the piccalilli. Then we've got all this other stuff here. We've got Stilton, we've got cheddar, we've got ham. All the salad here. Bits of radish, tomato, cucumber, lettuce. And I'm assuming that's going to be like some kind of homemade salad cream over the top of there. And the balsamic pickled onions as well. Over here, bread-wise, it looks French, which will get some people going. But it looks a very, very nice bread. Nice and warm. And there's butter there with salt over the top. I think as Ploughmans go, it's a really attractive plate of food, isn't it? It's been well designed, well thought out. Where to start? Where do you think I should start, camera person? Scotch egg? There's a nod from behind the camera. We're going Scotch egg then. So it's a whole Scotch egg, which I think is nice. I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd just put half of one on. Oh, yes. That is beautiful. It's a really good quality and herby sausage meat. Quite coarsely ground. So you've got a nice texture to it. It's kind of got Lincolnshire sausage vibes. That egg inside is wonderful. It's not just jammy, it's even a bit runny. Salt and pepper over the top. And it's served warm. Before we get into these other elements, I'm going to open up the bread and get some of it buttered. And there we go. And we'll get some of this beautiful looking butter on there. Oh yeah, come on. In fact, I can't wait. This can have to wait. That butter is delicious. Really good quality, you know. Okay, moving on. That will spin around a little bit so you can see a bit more what's going on over this side of the plate. Stilton. Now, I'm going to be honest, blue cheese is not always my favourite. But I've been getting into it more and more in recent years. And that is cracking. I can't go as far as things like Gorgonzola, you know, that kind of really runny blue cheese. But something that's a little bit firmer, I'm getting my head around. That's creamy. Not too strong, you know. I'm not going to say it's mild, but it's not as punchy as some blue cheeses are. And it definitely benefits from that. That's a little treat. Moving on to the cheddar. This is a local Cornish cheddar. Quite mature. Not so much that you get those little salty crystals in. But a really good flavour. Again, still a little bit creamy. Let's try it with a little bit of that pickle stuff. It's more like piccalilli. It does have that little mustardy tinge. I'm liking that a lot. Let's see how the onion works with it too. Do you remember, back in the day, you get little pickled onions and cheese on cocktail sticks, wouldn't you? Or cheese and pineapple.
How is it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah?
Beautiful,
Good,
thank you.
Thank you.
These onions are not like those little silver skin onions. The balsamic gives them a real sweetness. Oh, that's just cracking. I'm going to try it with just the cheese and the onion. Just imagine there's a cocktail stick in there. That is spectacularly good. What I like about this, a Ploughmans doesn't involve a lot of cooking skill, does it? But to make a good one, it involves some thought into how you design it, but a lot more thought into how you source the product for it. Obviously, the Scotch egg is something they're cooking on site. The piccalilli is something they're making themselves. They're not making the cheese. Come on. Ham time. And see, it's quite a nice big piece of ham. And again, well flavoured. I'd say more like Wiltshire ham than anything else. Bit of that piccalilli on there. That works, let me tell you. What I'm going to do, when you go to like some Chinese restaurants or whatever, you kind of get those lettuce wraps, don't you? Why not try that with these little baby gem leaves? So in here I've got some tomato, we've got a little bit of radish in there. You can just pick it up and eat it like this. That salad cream is banging. It's a little more mustardy than you'd find in a commercially made salad cream. It's almost halfway between a salad cream and like a mustard mayo kind of vibe. Some of you out there will say, yeah, but it's just, cheese, ham and bread. It's more than that. First of all, I consider it like a British tradition. I know, again, people will say it was the cheese marketing board who started putting Ploughmans together in the 60s or 70s or something, when they were just trying to encourage people to eat more cheese. But it's been a part of my life, right from being a nipper, and I've always enjoyed a Ploughmans. And when people take the time and effort to get great ingredients like this, make some of their own things, like the dressing here on the lettuce, like the Scotch eggs, it shows they're respecting the heritage of the meal and elevating it up to something special. I would show you some more of that squid, but we got a bit of a problem with that. I think the cup is empty. Someone has learned how to film one-handed and eat with the other hand. So no more squid for Greeno. Oh well, I console myself with this and my pint. After the Ploughmans, I was quite full. It was a substantial meal really, with that whole great Scotch egg on there and all that cheese and the bread and everything. But I was offered the chance to look at the dessert menu. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? When you see a jam sponge on there with vanilla custard, it's a no-brainer. It's only little, isn't it? Come on. And we have got 2 spoons. I'm going to bring this over to you. I'm going to pour the custard on top. Here we go. Doesn't that look good? You can see the flecks of vanilla in that custard. Oh, yes. There we are. You can still see that side. I guess that side looks better, doesn't it? Let's just dive straight in. A nice layer of raspberry jam on the top. The sponge feels very light just to cut into it. In it goes. A sponge is light as a feather. The jam, properly sweet. The sponge not quite so much to compensate. And the custard is lovely and smooth with a proper vanilla flavour. Oh yeah. Okay, camera person wants it now. Looks like I'm done. What a lovely place this is. A Padstow just across the way there. The sea, the tide's just coming in. It's glorious. What else is glorious? The Mariners by Paul Ainsworth. I tell you what, we are lucky in this country to have chefs like him. People who are not trying to reinvent the wheel, but just try to do things very, very well. I got that impression when I was over there in Padstow at Cafe Reggiano. All those little small plates were delicious. Here, the menu reads like a regular pub menu with your fish and chips, your burgers, Ploughmans. But the quality on show, the service, the design of the pub, making it feel upmarket, but not losing that pub feel, it's just marvellous. It really is. What did we have? Soft drink for camera person, £5.50. My pint, just £4.95. I mean, that's pretty good value anywhere, isn't it? The Ploughmans was £24, but that included that Scotch egg, which is a £10 starter by itself. And apparently that Scotch egg's only just gone back onto that Ploughmans. They had devilled eggs beforehand, and they've just decided to beef it up a little bit. The squid, £14 for that half pint of it. Again, great quality though. And that pudding, £9. I mean, you're going to pay £9 for a pudding most places, aren't you? You're right there, camera person. You seem to be like shivering a bit. It is breezy. Overall then, the total was £57.45. No service charge on that bill. I did leave a tip because it was definitely worth leaving a tip. Great people. Really, really good. It's got to be a simple 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely love the place. If this was nearer to me, it's a good 3-hour drive home now. I'd be here a lot. I really would. Because it's the kind of food I enjoy eating, the kind of atmosphere I enjoy being in. And it's not expensive for what it is, I don't think. 10 out of 10. Greeno's green light, of course. Yeah, Paul Ainsworth. Hats off, my friend. Hats off. You're doing a great job there. Right, if you've enjoyed that video as much as I've enjoyed my visit to the Mariners, don't forget, click a thumbs up. Oh, you know all the usual stuff, don't you? Take a look around the vault, subscribe to the channel, blah, 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 blah. Where are you going to find me next time? I don't know. Somewhere warmer, hey, camera person? Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye for now.